Coach Tucker showed me some photos of the gym you and your manager set up.
Yeah, I wanted to work on my game 24/7.
Something wrong with our training facility?
It doesn't have any candy in the vending machines. No, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have any excuses. You know how it is.
I do. And that work ethic of yours is something we all love about you.
Thank you.
You're going to fit our culture like a glove.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I feel like this is a perfect place to start my career.
Fantastic. Well, then why don't we talk about our goals for the season then? As a former player, I understand how important it is for an organization to clearly communicate its expectations, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page to start the season.
Let's do it.
We believe we have the talent to compete for a championship, but we don't consider ourselves the favorites.
What do you mean by that?
If we don't reach the conference finals, we've failed. If we don't win a championship, that'd be painful, but acceptable.
Hold on, Cliff, I can't approach a season with that perspective. I only have one goal in mind, and that's to win a title, period.
And I'm wired the same way, and that is my goal too. But my job as the general manager is to evaluate the organization with clear eyes. And our current roster compared to the other contenders, well, it wouldn't be fair to say that we have failed if we didn't win the championship. It would be fair to say that we failed if we don't reach the conference finals. Does that make sense?
For you, sure. But for me, it's title or bust. I don't...
Understood. Understood. This is just me being completely transparent with you. All right, speaking of, we need to talk about your personal goals for the first half of the season. Coach, over to you.
We've got some strong opinions on what you should focus on, but we'd like to get your input too.
Okay.
This is a collaboration.
That's great, because I have been visualizing exactly how I want my career to be.
Visualizing?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, like meditation and manifestation, that sort of thing?
Well, why don't you manifest some opinions on this list of potential goals for the first half of the season? Let me know if anything speaks to you.
You want me to just pick one?
There's a lot to work on at this level. Always. And you'll do a little bit of everything, but we find that giving our players a list of specific goals to work on for the first half of the season is the best way to drive development.
All right, I'm with it.
It also allows us to give you some milestones to track your progress. We'll even highlight on our schedule some key games to use as measuring sticks.
That's that communication that you were talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Pick a goal.
You know what speaks to me, Coach? I want to prove that I'm the top player in my draft class. That feels like the best combination of realistic and aggressive.
That's a tough goal. You've got some extremely gifted players in your class.
And I'm here to prove that I'm the best of them.
Well, it won't happen overnight, but that's what we'll work toward.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Wish being a GM was always this easy. One more thing.
Yep.
We got Media Day coming up.
Oh, I love Media Day. It's always been fun for me as a fan, so this will be cool.
Our PR director, Donna Chase, she's going to walk you through everything. She's great. You're going to love her. Brian, anything you want to add?
Just keep working. Yeah, we'll talk more about your spot in the rotation as we get closer to the season opener.
All right. Appreciate your time. Look forward to building something special here.
So do we.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Feeling you, MP.
These fans make a lot of noise. Let's quiet them down.
Time to talk rotation.
Great. I've been looking forward to this.
Every NBA player wants to start someday, and I'm sure you're no different.
I've never come off the bench a day in my life, Coach.
That's pretty much the case for every player in an NBA locker room. Until they get to the league.
Right, of course.
There's no nice way to say this, so I'm gonna put it bluntly. You've got an established player in front of you. You want his spot, you're gonna have to take it from him.
I get that, but you're talking about...
A star. I know. Which means you need to be exceptional if you want his minutes. This is a big boy business, MP, and you need to understand the realities of that. Unless you can prove you can give us a better chance at winning games than he can, you're gonna be backing him up.
So, if I prove that I'm a better player, you're gonna put me in the starting lineup?
Yes. We're here to win games, not massage egos.
I can get with that then. I'm not mad at that.
All right, and just so you can see how serious I am, I've got some specific milestones I want to see you hit. You hit them, we'll put you in the starting lineup. Simple as that.
This is all pretty straightforward.
Like Cliff said, communication is a big part of what we do here as a ball club.
I can see that, and it's much appreciated, Coach.
Good. Now get ready. It's almost game time.
All right. I'll see you later, Coach.
See you.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Yo.
So how'd it go with Coach? Any surprises? What'd he say?
Yeah, not really. If I want to be a starter, then I got to outplay the guy ahead of me. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, that seemed fair.
Yeah, it's sports. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, not to bring any extra motivation or anything like that, but, only starters get...
Welcome, everyone, to a new season of the NBA. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us at 2K Sports are as we get ready to start the season in style. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. Now, New York starting five. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. It's that time of the year, everyone. Opening night for these two teams in this new NBA season.
And we've been waiting all summer, BA, to kick this thing off. So much excitement, so much hope, so...
Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kornet's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And let's go courtside. There's some news on MP.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of anticipation for the rookie MP as he makes his NBA debut tonight. I caught up with him before the game and asked if he had any reflections on his journey here, and he said, I had to grow a lot as a player, not just in skills, but in my approach to the game. He told me that it's been a long journey to get here, but that it's just the first step in the best chapter yet.
Well, Allie, I know a lot of people are excited about MP's potential. MP looking around. Robinson on the wing. Clock at 6. Hart passes to Robinson. He's off on the layup.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Brown. Buried from 15 feet out. Brown's got 6. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. To the inside. 3-on-3. Puts one up from 19. That's short off the rim. Knicks trail by 5. MP with it. Pass to Hart. To halt the run. Can't hit that one.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Good scoring in this one as we can. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Boston.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's MP. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's McBride in at the 2. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, a big story this summer was Jalen Brunson signing a team-friendly extension, leaving an unprecedented amount of money on the table, but providing the Knicks with the opportunity to lock in this tight-knit core and contend in the East at the highest levels for years to come.
A team to be reckoned with. Shams, thank you for the report. Here's Pritchard, covered by MP. It's tipped.
Love the aggressiveness Bridges plays with on the defensive end, rejecting the shot.
It's tipped. Achiuwa passes to MP. To the paint. Robinson finds Bridges. Screen by Robinson. Puts it up. And they recover it. Pass to Bridges. Now MP. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Robinson can't hit. Boston leading by 3. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Hauser. Gets the 3 ball to go. Hauser's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
For the Knicks, Towns comes in for Achua, and it's Anunoby in for McBride. MP, the pass to Towns. Anunoby for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist.
Girls everywhere, hands in the air, somebody over here, shaking for the man of the year. Man of the year, man of the bounce. Where I see girls everywhere, hands in the air.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Mikal Bridges. Towns is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's MP in at the point. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And the Celtics with possession here, following the score by New York. Porzingis with a screen on Towns. Tatum passes to Pritchard. 5 on the clock, shoots, and he hits the jump shot. Pritchard's got 5 points so far.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to his perfect skill set. Like, when he's dropping dimes like that, like, Jason Tatum is a problem.
Now, here's Anunoby. Bridges finds MP. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Austin leading by 3. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency. Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
MP, that's for 2. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate. because he's destroying his teammates.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Knicks trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
MP inside. Taken away by Holiday. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's Bridges. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
The defense makes Bridges work for it, but he is more than up for the task.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Throws it down, JT!
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. And so we conclude the first half. Celtics lead by 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
When Holiday is aggressive with his scoring, hard to beat this team. You know he's going to defend, facilitate, and tonight he...
Now let's take a moment. Thanks for joining us. Now.
And we've got third quarter. Teams deciding to change it up. We've got 1:13 left in the third. MP kicks to Achua. Down low, here's Robinson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
They've got Horford. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. MP passes to Bridges. Count that one. Bridges has got 10 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
The Celtics have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And Cornette gets it to go.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Sweet move. MP gets the job done inside.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Fires from way outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Knicks. MP out there with Miles McBride. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. And here is MP. After the three-pointer from Al Horford. Towns dishes to MP. Horford with the rebound. Celtics leading by 18. Pass to Pritchard. From outside, off the mark. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And Towns gets it to go.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. To the wing on the left. Here's McBride. Off target from outside. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Cornette. Here's Hauser. Celtics passing it around. Up top, Tatum. Defended by Towns. And the dunk by Tatum.
We see this from Tatum often, and it never gets old. Just scoring at will.
And here's Towns. Robinson a screen on Horford. MP with it. 5 to shoot. Over in the corner, McBride. And stolen by Tatum. Pass to Cornette. Back to... Tatum lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range. Tatum's got 19 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Great head.
Hey, come on. You still win this time.
.36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Boston grabs the miss. And the foul called on MP. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And so he makes both from the line. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McBride passes to MP. And that one hits back iron. Here's Tillman. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just...
Just got to tighten up and get him next time.
get your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes, Coach. You know I'm game.
Look, everyone thinks what happens out there is what creates an NBA legend, but they're wrong. 90% of the work happens here, behind the scenes, at practice, in the gym, at film sessions, and in the locker room.
I agree. The games are where you prove that you've been putting in the work. No shortcuts.
Yeah, correct. Over here is the entrance to our practice facility, and over there is the gym.
Everything all in one place. That's great.
Yep. We made everything as convenient as possible, so there is no excuse to not put the work in. Now, come here. Right here, we've got everything related to your schedule, including those key games we talked about based on your personal goals.
Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Which reminds me, we've talked a lot about maximizing your playing career, which is critical. But you need to remember, you become the best version of you so we can become the best version of us.
Coach, you have to put that on a t-shirt.
I am serious, MP.
I'm serious too. You become
This is a team game. Everything you do both on and off the court affects our ability to win games. Okay, team chemistry is vitally important to our success, and if you do things that negatively affect that, you hurt the team. A press conference answer that rubs someone the wrong way might mean they look you off when you're open, and now we're taking a contested shot instead of an open one. It's all connected, and it all matters. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Good. Now rest up, rehydrate, and follow the trainer's plan to a T. Proper recovery is just as important as proper training. And you get back to work tomorrow.
Not so much has to do with it.
We all have our bad days.
On it up. First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
You know, I haven't had a chance to look at my phone yet.
Well, when you do, there'll be texts from every person you've ever met and a few people you haven't. Most notably, there will be press looking for quotes.
They can hit me up on text, too?
They do. And you want to handle this like you would any regular press conference. You want no comment? No comment. You want to answer? Go ahead and answer. Just remember, everything you say is on the record and has an impact. Most importantly, on your team chemistry and your public perception. Okay?
Makes sense.
Look, emotions run high when a game is just ended, okay? All I'm asking is that you take a moment to think before you respond. Words can get twisted easily in the league, and what might seem like a harmless bit of bragging could be taken as a slight.
DJ, bomb them, never stop. I know, you know. God know, I'm on the go. But bad man, I try to stop me though. I know, I'm on the go.
Tough debut for MP, but great players bounce back from bad games. And he's a great player.
It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
All right, baby. Let's get down.
The home debut for this team and the home debut for the rookie MP. He'll have his chance to make a lasting first impression here in just a moment as this stadium gets ready to rock. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And the Pacers start out with the ball. Well, Doris, we got a class. At the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Well, if you followed MP on his path to the NBA, you know the one criticism of his game is that he can defer too often, Grant.
And at times I think that's been a fair criticism. But you'd rather have MP trying to involve his teammates too much than not at all. People had the same complaint about LeBron early in his career, and that worked out fine.
Drains the triple. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They lead by 4. The chosen one. The pass to McBride. Here's the chosen one. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Towns with a rebound. New York leading by 4. Outside McBride. Pass to the chosen one. That shot off. And for the Pacers, they're shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Brunson passes to the chosen one. Towns outside. Brunson surveys. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. From deep. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. It's been all about Jalen Brunson. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens. Here in the second. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They're working themselves to the line, using great fakes and getting into the body of the shot blocker.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
They've got Miles McBride. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's the chosen one in at the point guard position. That's the group for New York starting the second. Good. McConnell's got 6 points.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Knicks leading by 5. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Pacers have a star tandem with Tyrese Halliburton and the newly re-signed Pascal Siakam, who said of his all-star point guard, his knowledge of the game and his desire to win and get better, that's all you can really ask for from a young player. Out there on the floor together, I think it's naturally just a fit. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And some changes here for New York. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Achiuwa, and it's OG Anunoby in for McBride. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. Nembhard comes in for Shepherd. Now here's Towns. Here's the chosen one. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now. Here's Halliburton. McConnell outside. On the wing, Nembhard. Anunoby covering. And here's Toppin from the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the shootcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Here's Turner, following the bucket by the Knicks. McConnell. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Anunoby on the wing. And he buries his first look.
Wow, a level of physicality brought to OG Anunoby, and he says, I can match that.
Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
Here's the chosen one. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Pass to Bridges. Towns for 3. Connects from downtown. Towns has got his third basket on the night right there.
Boy, what a pleasure to have a big man who can shoot the basketball like Towns. That's a pretty 3.
So we conclude the first half. Knicks out in front, leading by 10. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Thanks for stopping.
Check it out, New York. Starting the season with a loss, you know they're ready to fight tonight. Don't want to start out 0-2.
I think the most important thing.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Pacers.
Well, they're getting up a lot.
And that's it for halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left. New group getting ready for Indiana. Jackson, he's checked in for Turner. Toppin comes in for Mathurin. Shepard, he's checked in for Nembhard. And it's McConnell in for Tyrese Halliburton. And here's New York now. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. On the floor for Indiana. Obi Toppin out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Shepard, then there's Isaiah Jackson, and it's McConnell in at the point guard position. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson outside. Siakam against Achua. Siakam left side. Pass to Shepard. Shot clock at 6. Here's McConnell. The 9-footer's on the mark. McConnell's got 10. 8 seconds left in the third. Here's the chosen one. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Woo, could be a backbreaker. What a way to carry them into the final quarter.
And so it's the New York Knicks ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be back in a moment. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Keep working the game, possession by possession.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's the chosen one in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Mikado with a steal. Toppin against Anunoby. Lets it go from 14. Outside for McConnell. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
You know what I like? Thomas Bryant doesn't lack for confidence. He forces the defense to get aggressive with him right there.
Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
B.A., it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
Toppin against Anunoby. And here's McConnell. Back to Toppin. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson with a screen on Towns. And the dunk by Jackson.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Here's the chosen one. Soft touch off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 19.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He was... Look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Shepard, he's checked in for Tyrese Halliburton. There's a screen by Toppin. Here's McConnell. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Knicks.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Mikal Bridges.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the chosen one. He's marked by McConnell. Here's the chosen one. Yep, that one goes.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Now McConnell. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
you? $5 difference. It's ice cold. I have no idea. That's a good idea. I might have to do it myself.
Right? Right? Isn't that what I said?
Back to your teacher, Kenny. I read. Yeah, you're a little nerd, a little rowdy, a little feathers.
You know, I have never been to